Happy June. Today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to me. I have an extreme affinity for fossils. They can be anything, as simple as this, or something that looks like something else. Ammonite, coral, tree roots, or this bad boy. This is a very big one. I only have one like it. But anyway, what I wanted to touch base on is the fact that fossils have more than just the face value of beauty. They have for many, many centuries held a magical value, a protective value, things like that. It's not just under the pagan and Wiccan religion. I have to read from my little stone BOS real quick. Okay, so fossils are used for protection, like I had said. Because of their extreme age, they're used to increase lifespan and are also used in health spells. They are the symbols of the earth, as they are preserved history of the earth. In a spell, they are used for the additional fixed focus and will give you a little bit more energy and power towards your spells. A lot of times, like in the Ammonites case, being opalized, they will not only provide the power of the animal or organism that once was held in it, they will also hold the power of the stone that it is within. So if you have a fossil that's in agate or in jasper or gold, things like that, or with the Jersey effect on it, like I have some coral, it is, you have kind of a double 1-2 punch as far as the qualities of the stone and then the qualities of the fossil and whatever it was that was housed in it. They're used to channel animal and totem spirits. This is really, really great for a lending hand in meditation. You will, if you have like a tooth or something like that, or even preserve feathers, things, there's really no limit to what you can use, especially if you know what you're getting or know what you have found. This can open up a lot more doors as far as the communication, with spiritual type communications across planes, things like that. A lot of times too, they would be used, just basic, fossils, ammonites, things like that would be used as amulets for protection. You think about it, the life has been protected by the stone and preserved, and it is thus used for protection as a symbol. Some certain fossils do have very special meanings and have their own, like the ammonites. And that was a weird four-wheeler. In folklore, they were put on the left arm, and they were used as a protection. As far, sometimes in pagans, for pagans too, it was used like for their magical protection. For people that just wore them, they thought it represented a snake because of its curly appearance, and it would be used to protect them from theft, people that were out to deceive them, so on and so forth. Another thing is that the Ammonites were associated with Ammon. He had taken forms, and one of them was a ram, and the Ammonite does look like a curled ram horn. Another one is the ancient sponges. They were called witch stones, and they would actually take them and they would string them and hang them above a doorway, and that would also be used as protection. Sand dollars have a natural 5-point design, thus directly linking it to the pentagram. They're used on altars. They're used to help gain awareness of the realms and of all the elements. Seashells, directly linked to the goddess, and any, I'll actually touch base on that in a minute. They're used in charm bags for protection, for health, depending on what you have. It's really easy to make the associations between them. So if you have a shell, it's going to relate to, your water goddesses. If you have, any type of tree root or anything like that, you can use that on your altar as representative of earth. You can use the shell as representative of water. It all makes sense. Just you have to know what it is that you actually find, and then you can make the association and use it accordingly. What I wanted to touch on too is messages through fossils. This may seem silly to some, but it makes complete sense to me. Mostly because of this one right here. I see a sun. The day I found this, I was kind of having a hard time, and Clint decided to take me out and go rock hounding. I'm like, okay, this is one of the first things I found. This is very symbolic to me. And I like to think that the gods speak to us sometimes through small messages and little reminders that, we are being watched over. And, even through the smallest thing, like a little ray of sun, we can be given a little more hope. Hang on to that if you want. If you don't, works for me. I like it. I find peace with it. So, whether you're out hounding and, find a regular fossil, which, this doesn't get very much credit, but this is a very cool fossil. I think it's awesome. An ammonite, if you find one, which you won't find it, sawed in half, but you'll find them, they'll look like this. Find some coral, dirty root, which is still really cool. Or you find an orthoptera, or it's Sarah, however anyone says it. Like I said, I just read, I don't hear people talk. It just gives you an unprecedented amount of history. And can you only imagine how much energy those things actually hold? Think about it. It's relatively amazing, to be honest with you. This is why I'm drawn to things like this so much. The way that rocks will form around tree roots and create something like this that completely draws us in. These are Earth's gifts and the stories that the Earth has to tell. And in providing these gifts to us, we need to take notice and really be able to understand what they are. This is like a photo album of a history we were never blessed to experience with our own lives, not that we can remember anyway. So, the next time you find a fossil, don't just take it for face value. Look at it, be like, okay, what could this have been, and then probably you will be like me eventually and have baskets full of fossils in your house that you have no idea what to do with. So, this video may not have been so informational as it may be somewhat eye-opening to you to be able to utilize these things you can find everywhere and kind of maybe kickstart you to learn a little bit about, what bone looks like what, or, what shell is what, when that existed, learn something. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all soon. Blessed be, brothers and sisters.